This is the Patrick step, and then we're going to work on developing ankle dorsiflexion and developing this quad. And the whole point of all of these knee fundamental exercises is to load the muscles. Too many exercises we do put force on the joint, but not enough force on the muscle, and so that's what we're going to start working on. So we're going to work on how to build up from this. So the first thing you do is you take your foot, go about a foot out in front of that, and you can put a marker or anything. So about a foot out in front, and you want to be able to load and tap about a foot out in front of you. Now notice a few things here. I am not squatting. I'm not bending the knee and the hip. I am letting the hips come forward. This is a huge difference. So think about it, if there's a straight line from the knee to the shoulder, I am leaning back. So the further and further you go, you can lean back further and further. But I'm staying upright, leaning out. And so the first step is to start, once you can get 10 in a row, pausing with that heel, you're going to be good. Then we can go up. And one last note is make sure the knee is tracking over the middle of the foot. If I'm doing this and my knee's coming in and going across, that's no good. Knee, middle foot, lean here. You may notice the biggest limiter on this is your ankle. So that's where we want to make sure we're getting range of motion through. Next step up, you go to about a 3-inch step and you lower, and same deal. All right, I'm tapping the heel to the ground, right in front. Same thing on both sides. Notice my hips are pulling forward. I'm not doing this. When you get to your heaviest limit in terms of weight or movement, what you're going to notice is you're going to start to shift. Always start on the weakest leg first. Once you can do 10 each side with that, you're going to go to our final resting point. This is our 6-inch box. It could be anything like this. If step doesn't matter. But you're going to lean, tap, and back up. All right, just tapping the heel and back up. You're doing 10 in a row. So notice, even if I'm losing the range of motion, if I'm doing this, I'm collapsing, it does not mean that I keep going. It means I've hit my range. And so I start there and I work on this. And you may notice that this gets better as you get more reps into it and you're able to loosen up, especially around the ankles, okay? Then, once you can do 10 body weight, the next scale up we're going towards is doing that with weight in front of you, all right? Working up to about 25 to 50%. Body weight here, and you're tapping, and you kind of get into a rhythm. This takes a little bit harder, and resist the urge to do this with too heavy weight because you will compensate. It takes time to develop this. We're talking not just strength, but also mobility here, so you want to make sure that you're getting the range of motion in the ankles and letting those absorb. Then the final progression is working with the bar on the back. So lining up, again, here, and I'm tapping down to the ground, okay? Now notice, again, I'm not collapsing, I'm letting the hips come forward, and I'm tapping the ground, okay? So you work all the way up, and the end goal, as far as the standard here, is to eventually be able to get to 100% of your body weight on the bar. So if you weigh 200 pounds including the bar, for a set of 10 each side. That is the Patrick step up. Don't rush it. If it causes you pain, you need to step back. Don't be afraid to just spend a few weeks right here. I'm telling you, doing that right will develop strength and resiliency in the knee, which will get you out of pain.